Talking Lake Lehman boys soccer here on the Mendola Show at Arcaro and Genell's Takeaway Kitchen. Mike Costrobala is with us. And Mike, let's talk about so far early in the season. How are your boys playing?
Well, so far so good. We started 4-0, which was a pleasant surprise. We have a very young team this year. I only have 2 seniors on the roster. So I don't know that a lot was really expected of us. And it took some time actually within the team to gain some confidence too. But we picked up some big wins. We beat Redeemer, they're defending division champs. And Myers yesterday was a good win for us as well on the road. So far so good.
Overall, let's talk about the makeup of the team. You said you're young, but let's talk about some of the offensive guys that are attacking right now, and then back over on the defensive side, who's playing there too.
Well, offensively right now, our 3 main goal scorers are Max Pacheski. He's a freshman. He's stepped up really well for us as a freshman. He's pretty much everything you want a freshman to be. And then Kylson Cabbage, a sophomore, has been stepping up, scoring some big goals for us. He had 2 big ones against Myers yesterday. And also Kyle Noggle, junior striker. He stepped up nicely for us as well. And defensively, our goalkeeper is Chris Ash. He's a returning starter. He's a captain. I have Henry Salenko in the back. He's also a captain for us this year. And then we also have Josh Company and Nate Salis, who have both stepped up. Neither played that role last year. So there's been a bit of a learning curve in the back, but they're stepping up nicely. They listen.
Depth-wise, where are we at with numbers there at Lake Lehman?
Depth's a concern, to be honest. Our numbers are a little lower than usual this year. We're right around 22 right now. We might have lost somebody for the year yesterday. We'll see. So numbers are lower. Our starting 11 I'm pretty confident with. We're still trying to find guy 14, 15, 16, to be honest. So depth's one of my concerns right now, but we're trying to build it every day.
Every year we talk with soccer coaches across northeastern Pennsylvania and trying to say, hey, are we elevating our game at all? Are we getting a little bit better? Talk a little bit about some of these guys playing club soccer. Some travel, some don't, but talk about just trying to make sure soccer's strong, both with girls and guys here in Northeast PA.
Well, I think one thing that's going to help us at the high school level is the switch to 4 classifications. Our district struggled the last decade or so, I would say, as a whole. Really getting out of the district, we didn't have a lot of wins at the state level. I think it'll help us with the 4 classifications as far as the size goes. A team like us, for example, we were playing against the big schools for the longest time, so teams that I had that were pretty loaded, you still have to go play the Dallas, the Crestwoods, the Valley West of the world. So I think that'll help. And then overall in the region, the club level's got to get better. We're behind the Philadelphia region, Lancaster, all them. But there's some encouraging things going on. Like I help with Northeast Attack, which is a club that's restarting now. So the more kids we get involved, it's going to take some time, but hopefully we catch up at some point.
As far as the league-wise, you mentioned a couple of teams you played already and how you fared. Going forward into district play, your classification this year and what you know about some of those teams in that classification in the Lackawanna League.
Sure, we're Class 2A. So within the Willamette Valley Conference, we're with teams like Myers, Seminary, Holy Redeemer, and others. And then at the Lackawanna League, we have Scranton Prep is a defending district champ, and they have a lot of people back. So a lot of people are expecting a good year from them. Lakeland tied them yesterday, I saw. And Lakeland actually beat us in playoffs last year, so they'll be strong. Montrose, we saw in a scrimmage, they're capable. So the district tournament's not easy. You're going to have 7-8 teams that could knock each other off.
You mentioned health and depth are 2 concerns for you, and hopefully you say some young players, hopefully they get a little bit more experience. You guys are playing your best soccer towards the end of the year. Mike, great catching up with you, and we wish you the best the rest of the season.
All right, John, thank you for having us.
Henry Salenko joining us from the Lake Lehman soccer team here on the Mendola Show. You're a senior, Henry, so not many seniors on this spot. Yeah. So let's first talk about leadership. What's your role on the team to make sure these guys are trying to kind of fall in line and do the right thing?
Well, we knew coming into this year that we kind of had to step up as leaders because we didn't have many seniors on the team and we were going to be young. So Kaz really stressed the importance of being leaders to the captains and the other seniors, but we really stepped into that role and we're doing a pretty good job now, I would say.
Let's talk about your position, center back, and some players that are around you there at Lake Lehman right now.
Well, we have Andrew Batten kind of playing a sweeper position in the back. Then we have Nate Salis, who is a new pickup this year, and then Josh Company on the other side. We're playing a diamond back, so it's something new to us, but we're really doing a good job, I would say.
A couple of early season wins. Holy Redeemer, Myers, feels good.
Yeah.
Can't get too comfortable, but that's probably a good confidence booster. Talk about what you guys thought you did well in those games.
Well, it was a good confidence booster coming into the season after our preseason. We played some tougher teams in the preseason, but I think in those games we really possessed pretty well. That's something that caused stress that we needed to do. We've been working on passing, and it just led to offensive chances. So I think that we're doing a good job getting the ball near the goal.
You're also a busy fella, football, you kick there, play some baseball, so talk about sports for you, why you like athletics.
I just think it's a good thing to do. It's a good thing to get exposed to new people. Football this year is new to me, but I've been working on that, and it's fun to go to games and kick and everything. Baseball is probably my favorite sport, something I do the most. So,
math and science seem to be strong subjects for you. I guess when you carry a 4.2 and you're 7th in your class, those are always seem like they go hand in hand. But talk a little in particular about what you enjoy in those areas.
I just think that they're interesting, and it's interesting to learn different things about it. It's always expanding, and there's always new things you can learn. So I just really like that aspect of it.
How about college-wise? You're not sure where, but do you have an idea yet on a major?
I'm thinking more pre-law, but I'm not really sure yet. So it's going to be coming soon, that decision. So.
Let's talk about some of those role models in your life, people you look up to and support you in whatever you do.
Yeah, I'd say my role models would be my parents and grandparents. They're really important to me, and they come and support me at athletics. They support me with academics, and they pretty much support me in everything I do.
You have an older brother, Jake, who's 18. How about the relationship you have with him?
It's a good relationship. We talk a lot. He's at college now, but we still keep in touch, and we hang out sometimes. So it's really good to have a brother. He's always there for me, so that's important.
Of course, somebody having some experience in life just ahead of you always helps. How about some of those rivalry games you enjoy, teams you enjoy playing there at Lake Lehman?
I would say our rivals this year in conference would be Myers, Redeemer, and Sem. Out of conference would always be Dallas, the Lake Lehman-Dallas rivalry, but Sem this year is a very important game along with Myers and Holy Redeemer. So.
Well, Henry, keep that leadership role at Lake Lehman. Appreciate your time and great getting to know you a little bit better.
Thank you.
Christopher Ash is joining us from the Lake Lehman soccer team here on the John Mendola Show. And Christopher, you got a tough job, the keeper. You're a senior, so talk a little bit about how you kind of got thrown into that. Is it something you did your whole life, or at some point along your soccer career they needed one and you kind of volunteered?
Well, it actually started when I was in junior high school. They needed a goalie, and they just kind of threw me in, gave me a pair of gloves. In high school, I really played all around the field in my freshman year, and it was really sophomore, junior, and senior year that I played goalie. So.
Talk about your skill set as a keeper. What are some things you think that you're doing real well, and of course some things you're still hoping to get a little better at here?
There's always a whole bunch of things that you could work on, but I think there's things that I do well are looking for players around the field to give the ball to, distribute, anticipating what a player might do to shoot a ball or any move they might pull, and adjusting the defense as best I can.
As far as your defense in front of you, let's go through those guys that are right there, they're by your side all the time and making sure that they're that last line before maybe you have to make that spectacular save. But talk about that group of fellas.
All right, well, on the left side is Josh Company. He's a good, solid kid. He was just kind of thrown into defense when we were playing in tournaments this summer. Center back is Andrew Batten. He's a great player. I couldn't really ask for anyone better in that position. Over on the right side is Nate Salis. He was just thrown in this year because he just started playing for us this year. He's played for other teams in other years. And up top is the other captain, Henry Salenko. He helps get the ball before anyone really has to touch it. So he plays more of a midfield, like a forward defender.
So he's a busy guy.
Yeah, he's a busy guy.
For you, Christopher, you really enjoy, of course, some team dinners that you guys have and spending time with the guys. Talk about growing as a group with a lot of these younger players and showing them some things as a senior. What kind of leadership things do you try to do?
Well, we're a very young team this year, and I've always had a lot of seniors to look up to. We try to work together as a team as much as we can and do things as much as we can together. A couple times we'll break down and say family, like we're all a family. We all have each other's backs and whatnot. So
You're a middle guy in the family. You have an older sister and a younger brother. So talk about your family overall and how you look up maybe to your sister and how you try to help your little brother.
Well, my little brother plays soccer as well. He's a freshman this year, so getting thrown around the team a little bit. But my sister, she's really supportive with my soccer career and helping me in school and whatnot.
Government guy, you like that in school, carrying a nice 3.6 grade point average. Talk about whether it's a teacher or the subject itself at Lake Lehman, what you enjoy.
Well, last year I took AP United States Government, and I really like the teacher. His name is Dr. Brian Gorski. He's a great guy at our school, all-around teacher, and just a great guy. I've always liked government, and I've always understood it, so that's kind of why it's my favorite.
As far as the future, it's up in the air for you right now. You thinking college? You thinking far away local? You thinking business? What are you thinking?
I'm thinking local college if I can. I've been trying to pick a major, but I've just been going back and forth in between, so.
Everybody's different. You'll figure it out when you're ready.
Yes, sir.
And of course, you hope to have a very successful season. Do you think you guys could make some noise in the playoffs? It's so early in the season. You beat a couple good teams, Myers and Redeemer. Still early, but do you have a feeling right now that, hey, this team could possibly do something?
I do. I have the feeling we have the potential to knock off a couple of the big name teams, and if we do make it into the playoffs, knock off a couple of those teams, and hopefully to win a division championship.
Well, hey, we appreciate your time, Christopher. Thanks for coming to Arcaro and Genell. Justin Tamonti joining us. He's a junior from the Lake Lehman soccer team here on the John Mendola Show. And Justin, let's talk about your role on the team playing center mid. What does Coach expect of you?
Coach expects me to get the ball and be able to distribute it fast and quick so no other teams can touch it and get a breakaway right through the midfield.
And overall, the team's playing pretty well. So I guess you're young. Talk about some of the younger players that are playing well right now.
Yeah, well, we have Max Pacheski. He's doing really well. I'm pretty sure the top scorer in the league right now. He's doing amazing. He's also playing center mid. He's doing amazing scoring. We have Kyle Sienkiewicz, who's a sophomore. He's also doing very well. And we have a left back named Nate. He's also a sophomore. He's doing very well. So in all, our whole team's working well together.
Just a couple of seniors, leadership's important. So as a junior, what do you try to do to help lead a little bit, to make sure some of these younger players are on the right page? And your coach probably has expectations of you guys as well.
Well, being a junior, I have had all the seniors before me, and I know a lot of what's expected. So I am able to help the sophomores and freshmen out and help them do good on the field.
You've been playing soccer a long time, Wiley Valley Soccer Club down here with the Northeast Attack. Talk about your love of the game and how long you've been playing and why you really love it.
I've been playing since I was about 3. I played in preschool, and I really started loving the game once my brother started to play in high school, and since then I knew I wanted to play high school.
Of course, you meet some great friends with that, and those relationships go a long way. And is soccer something you're considering at the next level down the road?
Yes, I am.
As far as friendships there at Lake Lehman, talk about low in numbers. As far as Coach said, hey, we have 22, may have a guy hurt here, so we're a little concerned, but talk about some of those friendships that you hope continue from on the field to the classroom or vice versa.
Friendships, I feel like, is a big importance on the field and in the classroom. I have a lot of good friends that are both on the field and in the classroom, and it just helps all around. They help you everywhere. They help you get through tough things, and without them, your life would be miserable.
Geometry is one of your favorite subjects in school. Talk about why you enjoy one of those subjects like that in the math field.
It's easy. Fair enough.
It comes easy to you.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't come easy to everybody.
Yeah.
How about a career choice down the road? Still wide open?
Yeah, I'm leaning more towards law, but I'm not quite sure what I want to do yet.
As far as the goals of the team this year, some of the other guys said, hey, we think we're going to get better as the year goes on. You had a couple of early wins, but you don't want to get complacent. Talk about Coach and what he says as far as your work ethic and what you guys need to do.
Our coach says we just need to keep pushing, train as hard as we can in practice, play as hard as we can in the field. If we do that, we'll make it places.
Well, Justin, we wish you well the best of this season and appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Max Pacheski, a freshman from the Lake Lehman soccer team here on the John Mendola Show. And Max, I remember covering you a couple of years ago. You were just a Little League baseball player. Now you're already into varsity sports. I know your dad's really into athletics. Your sister's pretty darn good. I'm sure mom's good too. So let's just say you're an athletic family. You're playing some good soccer right now. Talk about how it's going for you.
Well, it all comes down to practice. We've been working hard at practice. We're a young team, so we're just trying to come together, and lately we've been playing well, and we're just hoping to keep it going.
Soccer career's been pretty long. Played with Wyoming
Yeah.
Valley Soccer Club, now with the Northeast Attack. Talk about, first picking up a soccer ball, learning the game, and traveling and getting a little bit better as the years have gone on.
Well, I was probably about 5 when I started playing, and it took me a couple years to get good at the game, learn how to play it. And then I joined Wyoming Valley. I played for them for about 6 years, 7 years. I traveled all over the place, Maryland, New Jersey, Delaware. And this past year, the manager of the club decided to end the club. So I transferred over to Northeast Attack with Chris Sharp.
As far as busy, you're a busy guy. You love basketball, baseball player. You're doing it all. So I'm sure sport that you're in during that season, your favorite at the time, that's what I'm guessing?
Yeah, it's tough. Well, it definitely comes. Oh, sorry. It comes down to soccer and basketball. Those are my two probably favorite sports. I like baseball, but it just gets in my head too much sometimes, so it's rough.
You know how to, I guess I'm sure, deal with it. When you guys made a nice run there in Little League with Dallas area. Let's get back to soccer. As far as only a couple seniors and being able to kind of learn from some of these guys that are older, but they had compliments for you saying, boy, Max is playing well as a freshman. So talk about what the league has been like and your introduction to varsity sports.
Well, it all came down to the seniors. They took me under their wing. I was accepted right in, and within the first couple games I was able to start, and I was pretty excited for that. And just during each game I just tried to do my best and show what I could do.
As far as team dinners or pool parties, you guys have tried to get together early in the season, and that helps you get to know some of these guys. Talk about learning a little bit more about your fellow teammates and how that carries over, hopefully, having that relationship on the field.
Well, we've had 2 weeks ago, we had 3 parties at Henry's house in 1 week, 3 pool parties, so it was pretty fun. But just learning to talk to them, getting to know everybody helps on the field a lot, because you know what they're going to do, you know what they're not going to do, and it helps a lot.
Couple of subjects in school, Algebra 2 and Spanish. So what is it about those particular subjects?
Well, for some reason, I don't know why I like math, but it interests me. I just like everything about it. In Spanish, I just took this year, and I'm enjoying it so far, and I'm excited to learn more about it.
Your parents are good role models for you. Talk about their ability to inspire you and make sure you're doing all the little checklist things you're supposed to do academically and athletically.
Well, they have pushed me to everywhere that I got to today, so I really appreciate what they did and what they are going to keep doing, hopefully, and I'm just really grateful for that.
How about your sister? I'm sure there's times you enjoy watching her compete. She's a heck of an athlete, and vice versa, you hope that she enjoys watching you. Talk about your relationship with her.
Well, we're really close. We obviously fight sometimes, that's what siblings do, but most of the time we get along. And last year with their district title win, that was awesome just to watch, and for them to finish 4th in the state, it was just awesome to go to every game and just watch it.
How about some strengths you see in her soccer game and then maybe some similarities in your game?
Well, we both play the same position, so we each probably have equal strengths and equal weaknesses. She's really good at assisting the ball, passing the ball, and I like to pass the ball, but I like to score a lot too. I think I have more of a scorer's mentality.
All right, so a finisher, but nonetheless, your sister part of a positive team there at Lake Lehman. Well, we wish you the best of luck in all your sports this year and continue the good job in the classroom as well, Max.
Thank you.